Broken down and defeated, detergent busy and confused, sleeping. You're dying while I wait you to get started on the journey chosen, wasted, no selected. I was so bad, what happened? Fall out of the sky and crush me in my smile. I was so bad, what happened? Fall out of the sky and crush me in my smile. Sober, sad and jaded. They're not coming, they're broken down and defeated. You are dying while I wait you to get started. You are dying while I wait you to get started. I was so bad, what happened? Fall out of the sky, yeah. Push me in my smile. I was so bad, what happened? Fall out of the sky and crush me in my smile.
I'm a motherfucking unicorn, a one-of-one. Divide being the loving light, then lighten one. My karma isn't just stellar, I live by truth. Fighting evil, my scars are living proof. Protecting you from the storms with all my might. Love me, I will treat you right. You ever cross me, it's the last thing you'll ever do. With my crown of thorns, I'll wreck you. I ain't playing, yo, Bryan hard, call me insane. Too bad Chris, because Bigfoot knows my name. I'm a messenger of God, with loyalty I serve, taking out all evil with his holy word. A true Knights Templar, sword in hand, slice you up, bury you in the sand. I'm a motherfucking unicorn, you'll never find anyone like me. Born in the Bronx, raised in NYC, so listen up, take heed. I float like a butterfly, sting like a bee. A true Knights Templar, sword in hand, slice you up, bury you in the sand. I'm a motherfucking unicorn, you'll never find anyone like me. Born in the Bronx, raised in NYC, so listen up, take heed. I float like a butterfly, sting like a bee.
Crossing Realms Conference is coming this September 19th and 20th to the Eagleton Civic Center in Richmond, Missouri. Tickets to this landmark event are on sale right now at Eventbrite. The powerful speaker lineup will cover topics from Bigfoot, UFOs, and aliens, so you will not want to miss attending this amazing 2-day inaugural event. Again, that's the Crossing Realms Conference, this September 19th and 20th at the Eagleton Civic Center in Richmond, Missouri. Please mark your calendar and get your tickets before they vanish. Space is limited.
Holy Michael the Archangel, defend us in battle. Be our protection against the wickedness and snares of the devil. May God rebuke him, we humbly pray. And do thou, O Prince of the heavenly hosts, by the power of God, thrust into hell Satan and all the other evil spirits who prowl through the world, seeking the ruin of souls. Amen and amen.
Amen, because I didn't think we were going to make it tonight. I probably should have been down in Tampa, but I got a reprieve. So hopefully people can hear me. In chat, if you can hear me, please let me know. I'm going to bring in Mark right now. Mark, can you hear me?
Huh? What?
Can you hear any words coming out of my mouth right now?
Yeah.
Okay. Because I have a different setup because my roadcaster decided to go F you, Bryan. I'm going to, whatever. Oh, that's cool. Vince Richardson's going to be on the at the Crossing Realms conference. That'll be great. I'll get to meet you in person. It'll be wonderful. It's been a fucked up day. Pardon the French. Oh, by the way, we're like, I don't know, NC-17. We're just going to do NC-17. We're going to die till later on anyhow. And I said, with all this 3IO Atlas and Muamua and whatever else you want to call it, all these extraterrestrials, they're coming. They're coming. They're going to, like Invasion USA. I said, let's discuss this because I didn't set up a guest tonight. I mean, and we can go through some of Mark Eddy's new other books that he's coming out with. But
I have one for tonight.
You do? Okay, well, we'll get to it.
It's not a book. It's it's a mini version of the Mona Lisa.
A mini version of the Mona. That's going to be interesting. But let's bring in someone who's familiar. Someone about a year ago plus you would have seen at this timeline, this time frame, with a couple other guys that have beards, and he is the big toe of that show. Craig, the Jedi Ansell. Craig, welcome to the broadcast. It's good to have you. It's like a mini Three Beards reunion, but I'm not even. Yeah. Craig gave up the beards for a bit. I'm gonna say extended hiatus because Craig has decided to join MasterChef and go compete with gold. But
I don't know if work would give me the 2 months off. I would need to do that anyway. That's the problem.
You know what? If you're going to be on TV, you love cooking. I mean, I'm waiting for his book, cooking book to come out. So you have hardened arteries. I can take care of you.
I posted it on Instagram, but that's the latest soup I made.
Oh, that's interesting.
Ground turkey, zucchini, carrots, potatoes, onions, garlic, with crispy bacon. It's in a cream chicken broth. So I'll put together just a nice soup. So
I want it.
Time and stuff.
We've got Eric Mattson Jr. here. We're going to bring him in. Eric has to put his fucking camera on. Sorry. It's like, but one of the best things.
And chef, if you want.
Yeah, I hope it works. I hope this works. No, it doesn't. I was going to play that soundbite from the gym episode. And like, no. Metaphorically. When Jim said, everybody should just kill themselves.
God.
Unfortunately, Jim is no longer with us, by the way.
I will never forget that moment.
Oh my God.
I'm just
You're
telling everybody should go out there and kill them. I'm like, no, no, no,
no, no, no,
no,
no, no,
no,
no.
no, no, no,
Metaphorically,
no, no,
metaphorically.
no. This is not the moment the show dies. No.
No, 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 no. We're not going to do
And then,
that.
of course, he follows up with, no, not metaphorically, and I'm like,
Yeah, yeah.
oh, no.
And then at the end of that, at that tirade where Craig is hyperventilating, I go, Jim, tell everybody where you're going to be found. And you're like, what the fuck? It was a great episode. I don't care what anybody says. It was a great episode. It's always good to have those guests that are just, they keep you on your toes. We have a ton of guests that are in the studio. I mean, we have a lot of people. Some people I haven't seen in a while. John Straw Dog's here, of course. We got Crypto, Sunshine. Who else is here? Blah, blah, blah. I'm going down. Eric Frey, welcome. We have
Wayne's here.
Wayne, party on, Wayne. Wayne, just so you know, and we're going to get to this because I want to say hello to Wayne. Vincent Richardson's here. Mark Eddy, of course, is here. Harold Samlinson. But Wayne,
Duke in the audience.
yes, Teresa Duke, welcome to the broadcast. But something that's very important, and I'm gonna stress it. If you haven't seen it already, I'm gonna tell you to go back and see it. And we have the ladies from Blondes and Booze. Hey, Krista, I believe this is the night where they do show and tell on their network. Go subscribe to Blondes and Booze, please. They're great. But Wayne and his wife Michelle, who is awesome, that have the Michigan UFO Sightings and Paranormal Encounters podcast. Last week they did a pre-record with Benny Fogan, and this man has it's had a couple of UFO sightings, but he also has what looks like metal from an actual craft. And to be frank, you got to watch the episode. He pretty much got screwed over by everybody, and he's a good guy, and his wife's a great girl, Patsy. And they're good people. They want answers, and people just keep taking advantage of them. But watch that episode. It's on the Michigan UFO, sightings and paranormal podcast, paranormal encounters podcast. It's on YouTube. It's also, they have a podcast of it. Really fascinating things. Benny is going to be live this coming Sunday, I believe, and it's 8 p.m. Eastern, if I'm correct, with Wayne. Do not miss this episode because there's cryptids involved. I don't want to use the pun, but it's an out of this world episode. And Dave Ferrigno's here. Don't make him angry. You won't like him when he's angry. No, that's actually his cousin, and no, we won't. Hey, Daniel Duke. But I said, I've been seeing all this crap about 3IO. I got the asteroid, and I'm going to bring in somebody who fucking turned his camera off, and I hope he turns it back on. This is Eric. Okay, you'll be there in a sec. You're live, by the way. It makes you look really good. Nice and professional as a physicist. There he is. He does physics. He is, very well versed in all this stuff. And I asked Craig, and I took a leap, and I said, why don't we have a physicist come in and talk about this? And then hopefully one day also, he does stuff with, what's the telescope out in Jersey?
I'm sorry?
Your telescope that you you work with in Jersey.
The William McDowell Observatory, as well as the what's it called? So sorry, I
long day for Eric, but
the planetarium over at CCM as well in Randolph, the County College of Morris. But the $1 million telescope is in Lyndhurst, New Jersey. It's called the William McDowell Observatory. See 2.5 million light years out. And yes, I'm an astrophysicist. Been studying physics for, I don't know, the last 20 years of my life. So
yeah, he does other things. He did play semi-pro football, but really, really intelligent, smart, knows his stuff. And hopefully one day we're going to actually do a broadcast from the telescope. if we
Absolutely.
can.
That sounds
And
interesting.
yeah, what's going to be cool is it's going to be like red. You know, you're going to see like this red glow because you can't put light in one of these things. But what would be really cool is of like, okay, turn this to X, and maybe if we do it early enough, maybe we can turn it to Atlas and see live on this show, Third Eye Live, what's going on with there. But
Exactly.
what I love
Love that.
about yeah, so everybody knows what I love about being part of Craig's show, the still hiatus Three Beards. Um, Craig very very knowledgeable, and you know,
Have to be dangerous.
cl- yeah, yeah, enough to be dangerous, you know, enough to question reality on certain things, and we have gone not head to head, but we've differed on certain things, which is great because it's great, you know, for a show. Although it can get you frustrating, everyone like mother, you know, like you want to scream. But Craig has had certain experiences, and then when you know, very logical in his assessment of what's going on. So I figured, hey, if this is something that's going to kill us potentially, that's how they're promoting it. Um, it's gonna kill us. Um, we might as
We're good.
well.
We're gonna get a cool nighttime show as that thing just goes right on past through the keyhole.
I think so too, but I'm not entirely sure. So let's just take a look at something. Okay, 457. I'm going to throw this up, and we're going to share this with the lovely audience that's here. Video file. I guess it's a video file. 457. I don't know what the audio is on it, but
Yesterday, 3i Atlas sent a message to space,
take a listen.
and it is throwing the scientific community into a tizzy, and you won't believe what the message says. I'm going to tell you, but do you think we should respond back to it, or do you think it's dangerous? So, as you know, 3i Atlas is that interstellar object that is passing right by Earth in November, and the world's top scientists have been saying, hey, look, this doesn't seem like an asteroid. It doesn't look like a comet. It actually looks like it may be an alien craft, an alien vehicle from a different galaxy. Well, the satellite dishes in Chile yesterday received a message, and the head scientist there said it was like a Morse code-esque message. It was radio frequency, and we didn't know how to interpret it or crack the code, is what he said. So they ended up plugging it into ChatGTP and saying, hey, can you solve this? And it did, and it spit out what the message is saying. And it says, hello, friends. Don't be worried. Don't be scared. We watch Earth. We watch you. We return to elevate Earth. And then it went silent for a bit. And at the end, it said, hang tight, friends. Hang tight, friends. Twice in a row. And so my question is, are they friendly? Do we respond and say, hey, when are you coming back? Is there anything we should know? Or do we just stay radio silent? But this changes everything about humanity's future and what we know, that we are not alone.
I'm going to go leave it to the gallery that's here. We're going to take this down. We friendly. Is this an Asian or ghetto-based extraterrestrial that is coming to, you know, hang tight, friend? Is it a craft that's coming to buy weed? Because I would think that if there's something intelligent was coming, it wouldn't be like we friendly, we friend, we friend. It just didn't sound right. So let's go around the table. I mean, whoever wants to put their 2 cents in, because I I I know that they do get
We're gonna stop
Eric,
here.
or you, Greg, with you or with Eric.
Oh, no, let's start with Eric. I said I'll fill in the couple of commentary because, like I said, he's going to be able to give you the specifics on there. But there, I'm right away. I've already got several things that are like.
Oh, I'm with you on it, but Eric, I think we had this conversation yesterday when I asked you on the broadcast. But
We did.
so, what say you, my friend?
So my whole thing is I'm not sure exactly what that video was talking about, but we don't, as far as I know, and as far as the information that I have from my NOAA sites and my NASA sites, nothing came from 3i Atlas, and that's just me personally, from what I know. And Unfortunately, that would be an excellent, awesome, really cool thing to speculate on. But as far as the radio signals go, I was just in Chile 2 weeks ago at the ELT, which was very cool. Which isn't a
Up, your mic
not,
went out.
yep, it's not a
Go ahead, you're
radio
back.
telescope. Yep, it's not a radio telescope. The ELT is it's a visual telescope as well as the largest camera as well that's being already broadcasted over many other things. But as far as the radio signals that we got from deep space, it comes from like 8 billion light years away. The thing that is very interesting about the interstellar objects that have come our way, at least the last three that we know of, it's the only three that we know of. It's the only three that we've been able to monitor and gauge. Comes from the same direction. And so I was talking to Bryan about this yesterday. Uh, the thing that I believe could be very interesting or intriguing is that it's coming from the same part of our galaxy and it's coming from interstellar space. So therefore, it could be a advanced technological civilization that might be sending these objects towards us to try to get our attention. As far as Three Eye Atlas and the other Oumuamua and whatnot, I'm not sure it is alien technology or anything like that. I definitely am open to all speculation about it to see, what you guys think of it. But as far as coming from an astrophysics standpoint, it doesn't seem like anything other than a comet or an asteroid or some type of space rock. They just released new images of it where it does have a tail and therefore kind of looks like a comet or an asteroid or a meteor or whatnot. Unfortunately, I'm totally wanting some more from it, but as far as that radio burst, now here's another thing. Chile doesn't have any radio telescopes, which is a little weird for people to start, broadcasting things that are coming in through radio telescopes in Chile, at least. South America, very rarely has radio telescopes. We have one, the Arecibo, which is no longer in use, unfortunately, as the largest radio telescope in the world. That is no longer in use. It was damaged.
Wasn't that destroyed in Puerto Rico, if I'm correct?
Yeah,
The last
exactly.
hurricane, right?
Yep. And so there's no other radio telescopes in South America, at least that I know of. I mean, I've done my research a little bit about it because Bryan had spoken to me yesterday about some of these things that we were going to talk about today. And yeah, as far as I know, there's no other radio telescopes in South America right now. And so any radio signals that we get are probably received from somewhere in North America or somewhere else, across the planet. But as far as South America goes, Chile goes, as far as I understand and as I know from my research, there is no radio signals coming and radio telescopes that can receive these types of signals from outer space. But there is a very interesting radio signal that came. I was actually supposed to send the audio file to Bryan. I didn't
Yeah,
get to.
someone didn't do that.
Yeah.
It's fine. You know what? I want to do it anyhow. So, in reference to what Eric's talking about as a signal, I use a program called Sonic Visualizer. And basically, it's a spectrum. And if you put audio, I've been on. This is great for ghost hunting and what have you. But I've put in audio files, captured strange files with what seemed like Morse code, coming a little bit digital. And sometimes you can hide imaging in files. Um,
100%.
th- this has been done. This was done. This is how a lot of the terrorist organizations planned some of the events, 9/11 or whatever. They're large files. This is how people save large information privately on computers. But you can hide information within a file base or a sound file. And with Sonic Visualizer, it takes the information, and I was trying to put in a sound file. I'm trying to find one I can get to really quick. And what would happen is you would actually see, um, how the if there's an image in there, so you can play around laterally, compress or squeeze. And in one of the images, and I don't remember, I'm trying to find it, from a paranormal investigation where we did have a UFO encounter. In the image itself, the colorization made it, it appeared, and it looked like the extraterrestrial tall gray that was seen in the opening of or closing of Star Trek.
You can
Which
send
was
visuals through radio signals, which is what I was super intrigued to send that audio file to you.
right.
Unfortunately, I didn't get the chance to send it to you in time, but that was just
It's
something
trust
I
me,
was looking forward to seeing.
it's definitely not too much of a problem. I'm not pissed off or upset or anything like that. We'll have a discussion afterwards, and you may have to have extra homework this week. But um, uh, if we get the chance to do that file, it'd be great, and I'll show demos of it. But let's bring in Craig for a second. Craig, what is your take on uh, we friends? We friends.
Well, it was he.
Chocolate.
That was
Chocolate.
I know that's why I defer to him. First off, I mean, we got to blame 007 and 006 for screwing up their Arecibo
Yeah,
thing. I mean, it was
Yeah.
very good point.
GoldenEye, the whole operation. We would have, we'd still have it, but no, there's no radio telescope that would be able to pick up from an object that's that distant, that's sitting down, from South America. So Chile, I'm sorry, some guy just, out with his little thing is not going to be able to detect something like that. But there's
Star Walk.
yeah, the biggest thing, and Bryan knows this from me. My biggest thing has always been, okay, if they're wanting to make contact, if they're super intelligent more than us, where they can do these things, why are they always so cryptic? If they're really saying, hey, we're coming, just hold on, we're coming right here. Why be so overt? Why do these things? Why do all these secret messages? Hide these signals. I mean, you flat out let's look around. I'm sorry, anybody that's gonna be offended. A majority of people are stupid.
Yes,
I mean,
sir.
they're
Raise your hand if you agree.
they're panicky. I mean, it's just look at. I mean, all you have to do is look at. We'll use the C word. Look what happened during C-19. Panic everywhere. So it's one of those things. It's like So that's the thing they throw in there. Well, that's why they're cryptic, because there'll be panic. The alien race doesn't care. What what do they care? I'm like, they don't hold the same political thing, the same power structure that we do. What do they care? They're literally going to say, "We're here." And that's always been the biggest thing. It's like this cryptic nature, like how everybody's hiding in the shadows. We're just waiting to appear. Why?
Yeah.
Why? What is the holdup? If there's a league of worlds, they're out there that, like, like United Federation of Planets, show up already. Just, I mean, they say the aliens are going to stop us from nuking ourselves. Dude, if you want to do it, just come out right now.
Yeah, you can do it right now.
Stop. It's like, you gotta do. And I'm like, I don't know. The alien thing. I'm one of those. I think it's an object that's come out of our from outside of our solar system. It's traveling through here. I mean, I just watched a video from Neil deGrasse Tyson. It was the same thing. I mean, we are in this, for layman's terms, we're like in this sucker hole position because Venus blocks so many. They hide so many asteroids. He put up an awesome graphic on the thing where it's like these 60-degree angles where it's just we can't see a lot of these asteroids that they're hiding because Venus, like I said, is the morning star, and so it is heavy. Sorry, somebody's calling me here. Doesn't know I'm on a show. So when you're looking at it, in order to look at Venus, I mean, all these things are blocked by the sun. It's so bright you can't see these things. We can only see, like, when we turn our back to it, we see Mars because it's on the dark side. We can see these things. That's how we see these objects. So yeah, it's like they're talking about Atlas, it's going to come around the sun, it's going to go blind. Well, now because we're literally looking at the sun, we can't see that location. And it's not some nefarious, like they've figured out how to launch it around and it's going to be this surprise interstellar nuke that's going to come around and we're going like, oh shit, it's here. It hits us. I think it's just like anything. I mean, Eric might have, I mean, this, I'm a little thing on here, but I mean, I heard one person's theory, like if you go back to the Anunnaki and Planet X, that there is actually a chance that that's our asteroid belt. That was two other objects that have collided, and that's what's created this massive, debris
Right.
field. Is in the, so if that's the case, I'm sorry, the gods of old, the Anunnaki, are not returning. They're dead. They're floating around.
Well,
Maybe
we won't
if
know
you
until
got
they
these
return, though, right?
they're like Silver Surfer. Maybe they are on Atlas surfing around on these little space rocks.
Their offspring survived.
Yeah. I mean, it's I hope everybody can hear me because my audio decided to kick in and I don't know what's working and what's not working.
We can hear you.
It's because I don't have a, yeah, I mean, it'd be great if I had a monitor, but we have the poor man's podcast going on. Something I was discussing with Eric, yeah, I just like this. I'm alive. Yes, you are. The potential of what I think was it a Muamua or was it the other object that was traveling in a distinct direction, then instantaneously changed direction, and headed towards Earth, almost like and that was fairly recent. It was at the Avilobe. It must be aliens, moment or up. Is your audio on?
Yeah, it is. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I mean, because I said, I mean, there was a distinction of like it's going straight, and all of a sudden it made a right turn, and it's heading to us.
Did that. What they eventually decided why it did that was because of the jets that came off of it on the ice that melted and had jets that propelled it in a different trajectory after it passed the sun is what they decided that was. So I believe that's what you're speaking to. The other thing is, yeah, the trajectories are very, very interesting because of where they come from and the fact that they gain speed when they pass our sun, and they also change trajectory. So there's a lot to look into that, absolutely. But again, to say it's Avi Loeb is the professor from Harvard who pretty much started this whole discussion about 3i Atlas and it being a spaceship or whatnot. But at the end of his paper, it speaks to disagreeing with it being an actual alien spaceship or anything like that.
Then why do you put that out there, knowing that that's going to be the soundbite that everybody gets, right? Why do you put that out there?
I think Eric's
opportunity of it being an alien spacecraft, and then at the very end state that it's probably not an alien spacecraft.
Yeah, like surprise.
Yeah, that's Avi Loeb for you. He's also the one that spoke to the Oumuamua and the other object that came from interstellar space, which, I'm not not a fan of Avi Loeb, but Avi Loeb is, he does things to garner, in my opinion,
marketing attention.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, well, I kind of agree with Wayne here. He puts it out because he's getting funding for it.
I mean, who doesn't want the Independence Day SETI thing? We're all saying, oh my God, ripping the thing off and running, just while everybody's playing putt there around the recording devices. I mean, who doesn't want that? I mean, it'd be awesome.
Or you can get Jeff Goldblum, who says it's a countdown. Oh my God, it's a countdown. Can you be more excited, Jeff? Let's try it again. Acting. This goes with what is it? Jeremy Corbell Mr. Film UFO buddy with Lou Elizondo, we're going to be visited. They're going to hear a lie about a ship coming your way, and everything's fitting into place. It's almost like a
Yeah,
script.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Mark, would you want them, if they were extraterrestrials, to come and pick you up out of West Virginia?
Well, they could have done that on the June 15th when the flood happened, but well, it sounds like a lot of people had uplifting experiences. I could go for that. I just wonder, like, how when I was doing some prep for this thing about
Oh,
Sitchin,
Zacharias Sitchin. Yep.
12th book. Kind of think about some, Wormwood, all these older observations. Are they being picked up by like what Eric was talking about with some of these the visual telescopes, or like the audio telescopes, like Green Bank, or are 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 these like ancient prophecies being
That we're
confirmed
going to be.
or debunked?
I mean, like, are ancient prophecies, like we're going to be like someplace in the. I mean, there are UFOs and aliens in the Bible. If you really
Yeah.
pay attention to it.
Are they
And
shipped? Is Wormwood a ship? What about New Jerusalem?
I mean, there was an event. Many people. I wasn't prepared to have that. I had the video of a craft or an orb or something coming down like a ball of plasma over the Dome of the Rock, and then shooting up.
That was a
And
very interesting video.
right,
Absolutely.
and
That's been around for a while.
there was reports from. I was just watching this because all this UFO stuff is coming up now because of the Atlas and Oumuamua and whatever
Yeah, the
the 10
interstellar
objects.
objects. Yep.
Right. I mean, I proposed a theory at one point with Eric, like, if maybe something, because this is how many light years away? I mean, where it started or where it was first visualized.
The radio signal is 8 billion light years, or 8 billion miles away, I should say.
8
It's not
billion miles
radio
away.
signal.
Okay. So you could have had, I wonder if they have charging stations for Teslas. You
Yeah.
can
We'll find
hold
out
on. I
when
got to charge
Fire
my
Design.
Tesla. Yeah, I got to
What I
charge
do
my
want to say
Tesla.
is that I've had the veil lifted over for me. I am actually taking an Uber, but I'm going to still stay on with you guys. I've had the veil lifted for me. I know Bryan knows this, but I
Yeah.
work for NASA. And so, some of this stuff. How do I explain it in the best way I can? When you think of aliens, you think of where they come from, right? And we've discussed this, Bryan,
Yeah.
where it's a
You're
higher
thinking
dimension.
off planet, out of solar system, and what have
Exactly.
you.
Yeah, and instead, they're called dimensional beings,
Right.
which I've talked about on other podcasts as well as your podcast as well, Bryan,
Yeah.
because you had me on earlier. So some of the stuff that we're discussing,
And we lost him because he signed an NDA and he's not allowed to talk.
beings.
Only joking. We lost you for a second. Some of the stuff we were talking about with beings.
There's also beings that are ultra-terrestrial, and so
Right.
ultra-terrestrial beings they exist within our space, but at a higher dimension, which we can't perceive,
Right.
which is the difficult part to understand. Because go ahead, Brian.
No, you're right. I mean, someone was trying to discuss how, like, if you drew a stick figure, you know, how would you
Exactly.
ap- how would you ap- a stick figure couldn't see you because you exist in a different plane. They couldn't conceive of you. They
Yeah,
would have
this
to actually
figure
lower
is
their
only in two
energy.
dimensions. Yep.
Right,
So all they know is width and length. We know width, length, and depth, and then we also have something, or the fourth dimension, which is time. Everything has a beginning and an end. So we understand four dimensions, we perceive the four dimensions, but if you were to try to interact with a stick figure that only understands two dimensions, that stick figure wouldn't know that you existed outside of its plane. So when you
right,
interact with it, all it sees is, a circle get bigger, smaller, disappear, and then what do you call that? They call it a UFO. We see a light come out in the middle of the sky, go left really quick, go right really quick, and disappear. What do we call that? A UFO. So while I can't, express as much as I want to, that's kind of the same correlation to understand where the
right.
ultra terrestrials interact with
So,
us. And I know that for a fact. Like, I literally have been presented ultra terrestrials and information that literally gives me nightmares. Unfortunately,
right.
it's a lot more than I wanted to know. I'll tell you that much. And I always wanted to know it. But
Surprise!
yeah, exactly. Yep. I didn't want to know that much. I'll tell you that much.
Well,
It wasn't
yeah,
pleasant.
it's not. It's when you don't expect it.
Yeah,
And
unfortunately.
but other species do give us messages. We sent out in Voyager the Arecibo message and replies.
Oh, that's a great picture.
And so now we're comparing apples to um, different type of apple, not from this planet. So it gives you the information. So the original, and I'll let Eric go through it. It tells you that the chromosomes that we have. I'm going to open this up for me on the top end of it. So in our message, it's all binary, um, and there's an atomic number of H, C, N, and O, which makes up our DNA. Then there's formulas for the sugars and bases in the DNA next to it, and then below that, you get the number of DNA, um, and it's 429, 294, 441, and 882. Graphic of the double helix. That's what's on the left hand side. That's the double helix that you know. The height of an average man and the human population. Now, what's really cool is just below the bottom. You will see a graph of the solar system, and it starts with the sun. It's really the Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and so on and so forth, and the radio telescope. In this message, they have either they have two suns or they have another type of, what would that be, Eric?
So
And
they're inhabiting about three planets around their solar system. Um,
right. So you see the
and
raised ones are the planets in their solar system, three of them. And that's pretty interesting.
yeah, and so our DNA is double helix. Um, I got to be careful here because I've divulged some of this information prior, and my NASA handler kind of
Nope. We're going to leave you so you don't get handled
exactly, yeah,
or NASA bitch slapped by
pretty
I
much.
don't, that's the
Unfortunately,
last I need to know. But
And the show taken down.
yeah, Eric, where
yeah,
did you go?
actually, the podcast that I was on got canceled on TikTok because of some of the information that I divulged. Unfortunately,
Yes.
but
And it's interesting. I mean, we not only got this message in audio format, if I believe, or in
yeah, in
binary,
binary. Yep, yep.
but we also got it in a crop circle.
Right next to the Arecibo almost. Yep.
Yep. And that's what you see in the bottom. They literally drew in wheat in a field that image on the lower right of what they kind of look like.
Yeah, the
And
the face looks like the QR code looks like the face on Mars, and
Yep.
the crop circles. So it's like all like oh wait, what's that phrase? Above and below.
as above, so below.
Yeah, that's it. Durr. I forgot that. Thank
Yeah,
you.
leave it to
Also
NASA
looking at-
to not let us see what we should be seeing, but yes.
Well, you know,
Don't
the
mind saying that.
NASA
that's like
stands
the-
for not a straight answer to begin with, but
Like that
we won't go there.
That face and the Mars thing, doesn't that kind of lend to part of the Fermi paradox where we may be the aliens?
It well, I would agree with you on that. I don't know Eric's opinion on it.
You should definitely look into what we're talking about right now. That I can at least say. Absolutely.
Yeah, I mean,
The strangest thing is the device at the bottom is the Arecibo satellite on the left. That's our radio satellite, which
Yep.
kind of got us the binary system. On the right, we have no idea what that is, at least in regular population, but we know
it's
what that is.
clearly Darth Vader's TIE fighter. Are you out of your mind?
Yeah, well, there you go.
That's what it looks like. I mean, come on. It looks like Darth Vader's TIE fighter.
It's another level of understanding, and
I have them now. Sorry, I had to.
I'll leave it at that. It's very interesting. It's very intriguing, and
It is
there's a lot
intriguing.
to it.
So this is where I was kind of going to with these, you know, Atlas and Muamua and whatever else they're trying to tell everybody in the world.
I like the connection. Yep.
Yeah, that we're all gonna, you know, we are what we are, and we have all these things going and brewing. I asked Eric at one point, maybe this thing was traveling at whatever speed it was, and it hit a Dyson sphere and like bumper pulled off of it and changed direction. You know, because Dyson spheres are.
It's a very well possibility.
Wouldn't that be pretty cool to, you know, actually get proof of a Dyson sphere by a large, extremely large asteroid bouncing off of it?
Yeah, I mean, a Dyson sphere period is amazing. We discussed this 2 days ago, but there's some astronomical events that we have envisioned with some of our telescopes that show that some of these suns and these stars are being dimmed way more than they should be. And how do you do that without a Dyson sphere? Pretty much. So
So can you? I mean, while I have you here and you're in the, you know, can you explain a Dyson sphere for those that do not know what a Dyson sphere is, or the idea or the concept of it?
Absolutely. A Dyson sphere utilizes its star's power to gain energy and electricity for its planet that created it and utilizes it. So it's basically utilizing the power of your star, of your solar system, in order to generate energy for your planet if you're inhabiting. So
Almost like a giant transistor, right?
Oh
Or
yeah,
capacitor,
well,
a capacitor.
Yeah, capacitor. Yeah, exactly.
And I believe China, the U.S., Russia, China, and India, maybe with Japan or in there too, 5 countries, they're working on things that are very similar to Dyson spheres.
They're trying to. I would think that America is probably going to be the first to do that. I mean, if you really want to know, I mean, we have light speed travel already. I can share that with Bryan to give it to the people that are watching. We have light speed travel, The problem with Lightspeed Travel is you can go into the future, but you can't send the information back to the people that you left. It's called time dilation.
Yeah.
So yeah, but we already have those patents. Google patents. They are available to everybody. Which a lot of people don't know because they've never seen it before, but they're definitely there. And the physics check out. It's crazy. It's wild. Something called the TR3B Black Manta,
Right.
which is
We've there's been TR3 Black Man. I posted an image. I'm trying to find it while we're here. Wasn't thinking we are going to go this direction. I thought Craig was
fair
going to
enough.
give us
Yeah.
an asteroid and spaghetti dish. Uh,
But
this is how you make it. You put your proteins together.
yeah,
I'll look for that. But go ahead, Mark. Yeah.
yeah, just whenever we take a break, just let me know.
Well, it's going to be on the final, Mark. I'm going to be honest. So.
Okay. Well, I just I do have some stuff to share. So that just a little segment, maybe top of the hour break.
Sure. I mean, we're going to get a second here in a second, and just to I'm going to take that out of the show, but I'm going to remove this from the studio, and then we'll get other because Eric is on his way to a secret lair apparently. So just so you understand, this is the TR3B Manta.
Popeye's run.
Yeah. So I put it up. This is
There you
Black
go.
Manta.
That's what it is.
Yeah. So now.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
You're welcome. Mark, would you like to share with the group? I feel like I'm in Alcoholics Anonymous or Asteroids Anonymous.
I'd love to hear
I'm
your
friends
guys'
with-
thoughts on it. That's for sure.
Yeah, let's go round table. Let's start with Mark for the block. And
What okay, do you mind if I do my because I have someone eagerly awaiting.
yeah, you know what? I just wanted to post that Craig has an awesome beard from Vino. I'm going to put you center for the center square, Mark.
Okay.
Okay, so please.
But this has been a long time in the works, and I did want to commemorate the Beardo reunion, and here's some artwork to memorialize it, and here's
That's
like
great.
a woolly mammoth and someone cooking it, serving it on a platter. And then over here, there's another guy, kind of yelling at
Caveman village people.
the like beardless guy who is kind of nerdy, wearing glasses, and has a poetry book. And then you get people like a Teresa with her Jesse James kind of book, and that's okay when she's on, but the beardless guy with just too much estrogen,
Right.
which and even Eric has a beard, like facial hair.
Yes.
So so I just didn't have a chance to work him in yet, but the guy is being sent up to the girly man cave. So
I think this is fantastic.
So this is just my memorial to this momentous occasion in podcasting history that
Now,
we are
am
back
I the
together.
bearded one with the village people's hat? Like the police officer. Is that supposed to be me?
No, I love it.
I could work on that.
Mark,
Awesome.
we should auction it off and send the money to you
Flood
or
relief.
charity. Yeah, we'll figure that out.
Sure.
Yeah. Maybe we'll have it. We'll auction it off at the Crossing Realms conference, and then, whoever gets it, we'll get their address, and you sign it and send it to them. Because there's a lot of people in the chat right now that are going to be at the Crossing Realms conference in Missouri, which would be great.
Now, did we establish where Eric was going? Is it Popeyes? Is it Waffle House? Or is he heading to Uber?
Well, it's Wednesday night.
actually-
I think it may be a lodge-related issue, or a fundraiser, steak dinner. Is it a beefsteak? Is it a?
No.
Up,
It,
you went.
it could be mastodon strips.
Our thing, but Sunday I am cleaning the mirror, the primary parabola mirror of my million.
That cleaning the mirror. I asked him, like, what do you? You take out some Windex and you spray it on it, and he's like, "No, we don't do that." It's pretty interesting. The technology that goes into every aspect and process of these telescopes.
Eric,
the
is
visual.
is that one of the mirrors, like in the huge bowl kind of like radio telescopes, or is like which like how do you clean such delicate kind of super sensitive equipment? Are you lowered down onto and scrub it, little
like Tom Cruise in Mission Impossible.
Yeah, like that. Is it more like stand up and just right? How's that work?
I don't know. Yes, Eric. See, this is the problem when he goes. He's going and traveling, so we're losing some of the signal.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. How do they clean it?
All right, so we take the primary parabola mirror, which is 20 inches wide. We take that out of the $1 million telescope, and we take it out and we wipe.
You keep breaking up. It's like
That's
Steve
how we
Austin.
clean it.
Do you wipe it down with a specific cloth or a specific fluid or
ethanol alcohol?
Oh, okay. That would make sense because it evaporates quicker. Correct? Yeah, it's like, thanks, Craig. It's so true. It's like a Carmen San Diego quest. It's
Where in the
like,
world is Eric?
Yeah, where it's like, I don't know, maybe I know he's legal, so he's a born American, so he's not running from ICE. So
Wouldn't that be
Eric,
awesome? Come on, he's standing next to an ice machine.
that would actually be pretty cool. I mean, we've got his take on a lot of this stuff, and we got Mark's diagram as honoring the three beards. What do you? I mean, that was really.
I'm so sorry, brothers. You still there?
We're still there, but we're gonna move.
Ambient temperature. Okay, go ahead.
No, the ambient temperature. Go, because I don't want to lose you.
Yeah. No air conditioner, no heat. So during the summer and during the winter months, it's very hard to go and visualize whatever you want to because of how cold and how hot it is in the actual telescope. So we have to keep the telescope mirrors at ambient temperature. But to clean it, ethanol alcohol, evaporation, just like you said, Brian. That's the only way we can clean it if we're going to use any liquid on it. And it just keeps the mirrors clear, so you can see 2.5 million light years out, which is awesome.
Well, mirror on the wall. What does it cost $1 million telescope to see it all?
About $1 million.
Which is insane. Yeah, that's. I thought my $1,600 Meade telescope was tough, but Jesus, and you always get this one guy like, I have Star Walk. I'm like, get out of here. Go.
And
Take a
again,
walk.
anybody that's around in New Jersey that wants to come and see us clean the yours, more than welcome to come.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
tell them you saw and heard about this on the Three Beards podcast.
Oh, 100%.
There we go. We're gonna do the Three Beards
All the way around to
podcast
the
now.
other end.
Yeah, and Third Eye Live. There's too many threes and thirds and whatever, but I want to do with
Yeah,
I
well,
was
the
talking to
universe
Craig.
works in threes.
It does. I'd love to do another Three
Right here, my friend.
Beards podcast every once in a blue moon and get somebody on but Craig's in the middle of moving man caves. And he's back, everybody. He actually traveled through
Man
time
caves
when
are
we were
great.
doing this. Yes, man caves are great. So, Craig, I'm going to ask you, do you believe at any point in time by the year, and I'm going to give a limit, I'm going to give a point. Do you think by 2030, from this point forward, that we will have any type of definitive proof that extraterrestrials and crafts are real?
No.
There we go.
And why not?
There's Roy.
We don't need to be a part of your podcast.
No, it's not my podcast.
That's right.
Yeah.
And there's Gene.
No, it's officially, there's officially two words: control and power.
Right. You just saw control and power in that video from Eric, but we're going to digress. I know exactly where he is, and at times I really wish I was there. So I'm going to let you go, brother, to the Grand Master of the state of New Jersey and his Marshal. Thank you for coming on, by the way.
Thanks, Eric.
It's always great to see you guys. Pleasure to speak with you, Craig and Mark.
See you in a bit.
Guys. Bryan, appreciate you, brother.
Love you, brother. Take it easy.
All right, love you too. You guys stay well.
Bye. Then every day you have the.
That was interesting.
Yeah, well, Eric knows his stuff. I mean, not all scientists are incapacitated in the chair and using a computer to talk to you. Oh my God, what is like Hawking? I like the and I have a friend that has a theory that Stephen Hawking is not the genius, but his associate is.
Question: it was that long 3 weeks ago.
Greg grows really, really quick. So you say no to extraterrestrials because of control
and power. It's one of those things. It's just like anything. It's like the stuff you can go to any institution, whether it's the Vatican, the church, just anything. It's like when you have, regardless of what they have, we have enough things that, the questions that are thrown out there for us to question. But the one where we get like the smoke, what everybody's looking for, the smoking gun, the definitive, this is thing.
Right.
If it was here, Valiant Thor just going to come walking out of the vault? No, it's not going to happen. I go, it's just, he's not going to come. He's not going to come walking out. I mean, it's just, if these things are truly here, I mean, that's the thing. It's one, anybody that's going to say something is good. I mean, people disagree with a lot of these things, but
right.
Out of all the ones that we told, Lou Elizondo, Jeremy Corbett, all these guys, the only one that I honestly truly believe saw something and that actually has something, is Bob Lazar.
Yep. I mean, I believe Bob Lazar, but I also believe what Wayne from Michigan UFO Sightings and Paranormal Encounters podcast says, and they can't control it. They're doing their best to control us, but if an extraterrestrial came here, from another race and they can't stop them.
It's been in the artwork for tens of thousands of years.
Well, as I said, there's always going to be like the little things they can't but I said it earlier when we were talking about it. I go, for me, once again, if they are this technologically advanced, they wouldn't be able to stop us. They would just be right in the town square, like, we're here, but they're not doing it.
they have no reason to do the we're here because they know how. I mean, I'm going to say we're a violent race of beings. We've proven it over and over and over again.
If you're technologically advanced, like we think, where they can just shut down nuclear, the nuclear weapons, they can do all this stuff. I go, we'd have no way of stopping it. I mean, that's one of the biggest questions for me has been, we're ants. If they're that technologically advanced,
Right.
we don't care if we go walking out the front yard, we see an ant hill. We don't like, ooh, they're not going to want me to step on this. No, we just kick the fire ant nest right out, stomp away.
That's like,
start
yeah.
kicking them. I'm like, because it's like they're beneath me, it's just. But like I said, I don't give it a second thought. I'm just like, stupid ants, bah.
You're describing a scene. Basically, what you're saying is, if you've ever watched The Simpsons, where they go to Japan, and Bart's working in the fish factory, knife goes in, guts come out. That's what happy fish work is all about. And he picks up this one fish, and the fish goes, "I'll give you 3 wishes." Knife goes in, guts come out. It's basically like that. I do believe there's, there are way too many avenues for people to share their experiences. The problem I have, and Wayne's probably experienced, we have all experienced it. Craig has battled back and forth with some of the things I've posted because it just logically, like, oh, that's AI, or you get people that are naysayers for whatever reason. I'm not saying you're a naysayer, Craig. I'm just saying you're pointing out certain things that are valid. But, like there was a video, I think, in South America. And like all this crap was going on throughout the video. And he's like, you can tell they just put in special effects. And I'm like, have you lived in New York City? We literally have had people threatening to jump on off of roofs in Midtown Manhattan. And people drive by like they don't care. They're like, after a while, it's like, would you jump already? I got to move this truck. And we have that. It is so like, oh, it's more lights. Move on. And there are places like that where this happens so often that they're like, oh, it's just they're little people or something happens. So instead of it being AI.
It's like we have the disclosure, like I said, the little things get out, but the basically to the point of the definitive proof where, here's Bob the alien right here, like the TV series V. I don't think we're going to have anything where it's going to land. They're going to come walking out. We're here. I don't think anything like that's anywhere near in the future. I really don't.
Yeah, I guess
Cool, I mean, like I said, it'd be cool, but I just don't
well,
see
I like what Barbara posted. Barbara Mora, they're watching the zoo, and we are a zoo. I mean, we're a zoo of. I mean, have you seen the carnival cruise footage? There's some footages you see. I'd like to do it. I think that'd be a great show too. Greg, you're welcome back to this. I want to throw in the craziest, stupidest stuff video wise and just go.
We stand there in the zoo and we watch the monkeys throw,
Yep.
species at us.
Throwing their poop.
I would expect the aliens to be doing the same thing. Oh God, look, they're doing it again. As we throw it at them. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. We don't need the government to say anything to us. My personal, if you've had an encounter or an experience, you don't need someone to say, "Oh, by the way, extraterrestrials are real." Larry Warren, Benno, I'm no real thoughts. Ross is doing his best to be relative, and he's popping stuff up, and and I'm going to throw this up there because this is the truth. This is why I'm trying to tell everybody. Go to this Michigan UFO sightings and paranormal encounters podcast. It's on YouTube. Go watch the last video. They or if you're that bored with your life, and you don't want to waste your time, definitely come in this coming Sunday, 8 p.m. Eastern. He has a scientific report of alloys that are created off world. It was in an older TV show that was proven. Wayne right there is also a science teacher, middle school. You know, pray for
Nice.
him. Pray for Michelle, his wife, who's also a middle school teacher. This guy's not joking. He has stuff that's pretty intense, and
What?
and
Yeah, you and Wayne had a powerful discussion about weaponized weather.
yeah, we did. I mean, like yeah, I can bring you on. I'm not gonna let you fight, but I can bring you on. Um, I'm gonna hold off on the fighting for right now. I got to get to my daughter's first day of college tomorrow. Um, that's why originally we weren't going to do a show, and then with all this asteroid stuff, and me just sitting outside laughing like, what the fuck, you know? Hey, I want to meet ET as well. And I'm not talking about Eddie Torres, the extra testicle. I'm talking, I want my own personal encounters that I remember possibly. And Diane, you are correct. Michelle and Wayne are awesome. They're great people. Um, you know, and they put on they have a great product. Craig would be a good guest, by the way. I'm just going to throw it out there. I'm nominating people for guests. Mark would be a good guest too. But you know, wouldn't you want to be like driving down the street in your day job? All right, put that in there, boys. Whatever you're doing, or you're tasking out someone else. Chief, what do we do with this? And you get like a Paul type of dead. That's a freaking alien. you know, don't you have this in you? You are in waste management. You have seen some stuff that will turn you chartreuse, right?
Yeah, the only paranormal story I've got that would be of any interest is me when I was getting my tattoo.
What happened when you get your tattoo? Did you get one like ET come out and do it?
Yeah. No, it was when I was getting that one, done. But it was the that was where the hourglass was thrown off the wall.
So that's the only paranormal experience you've ever had.
Well, that I can actually say without a doubt, there's no logical explanation for it. There's not because I immediately did an investigation as while I'm getting my tattoo. I'm checking airflow. I'm checking, you know, like I'm tapping the walls to see if things are loose.
Do
I
you
go
think it was
this
a
one, and
message?
when you watch the video, you actually see the hourglass move and just go flying. And he had
Now,
moved it.
was it a known haunted place? Did the tattoo
Yeah,
artist know it's haunted?
yeah, they've got somebody that they know, that will kind of mess around with things. And where the hourglass flew off of, he had other little figurines that never moved. So it wasn't vibration from the speakers. It wasn't, nothing else was moving. This is the only thing, and you see a shadow form behind it, and the hourglass just goes flying. Doesn't fall from gravity. It just literally goes out and then falls.
Yeah, as Wayne said, different type of alien. Very
Yeah,
different type. Um,
it,
I would
it
just
was
be
one of those.
thankful that it didn't smack the needle when he's. I'm damn it. I'm doing a line.
Yeah,
Is there, it, Craig? Is there some kind of symbolism to the hourglass? Did it have some kind of connection to the tattoo you were getting? Is that in part of the design? Why?
it was just the only thing that was different is he moved it. I brought him in the skull, so he could put it up in his decoration, and then he moved an hourglass. It was just a little one. It was a little like hourglass timer. He moved it up there and he set it up on his shelf. And I think I sent the video to you guys. I mean, that's something you could.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, I mean,
Let me
I
see
could
if I
find
have
it
it.
again. I could
I
find it
may,
again, and
I may actually have it in the messages that we have.
yeah,
We have that secret message group. What can we make Chris do next?
yeah. It's like, so it was one of those. That was probably the closest thing to an actual, where I could. You've always had different things. Like I've told the story on the Three Bears podcast of the shadow.
Right.
I've seen shadows and stuff like that. But there's a lot of explanations that could say like why there's a shadow. It could have just been tricks. There's a lot of things. This is the one where when you actually did it and it was in real time, caught on a security camera, and you could see these things, and just there was, it was in real time. literally debunking the things that could be caught that could have caused it falling off there, and nothing was falling into it, and so it was actually pretty cool.
Well,
Yeah.
what was
What's this thing?
could the just going back to Joshua Shapiro, could the skull have been made from some element that would repulse the like two positive magnet ends being put together and they bounce apart? Could
I mean, it was a Crystal Head vodka bottle.
okay.
Oh, so it was the
So it's
crystal
just
skull, right? Okay.
so it's
By
just
the way,
glass.
yeah, I just want
That,
to, yeah, I just wanted to let everybody know that I'm not having a mental breakdown. I was just looking at the stuff that we put into the chat, and I'm like, none of this is safe for broadcast. Not a freaking thing. And I'm like, no, that would be funny, but no. There's some good ones in there, by the way. So I'd like to show the video, but I couldn't find the video. So if you do find the video, just message me and then I'll throw it up.
If I can find it.
Yeah. I'll somehow get it into the system here.
I post some stuff that's fairly.
No, some of our stuff is just, yeah, forget it. That's why it was so much fun doing the Three Beards, by the way. I'm sure a lot of the fans that are here, appreciate that and understood that. So,
got it.
Oh, you sent it to me?
Mm-hmm.
All right, let me see if we can get it down.
The guy that was the guy that's he owns a tattoo studio. He's not very tech savvy, so what he did is he couldn't send me the actual file. So what he did is he was showing it on his phone, and so I had to record it off of his phone. And so his phone is one playing the live feed.
Okay, let me see if I can pull this in, and hopefully it's not any porn or anything like that, which would be good too. But whatever. Why not?
Nobody wants to see that with me with my shirt off. Nobody wants to see that.
You never know these days. I mean, there it is. I'm putting it up right now.
Yeah, so what you're seeing here, tattoo artist. See right now, he sets the hourglass up there on the top. Now watch behind the hourglass as it comes in. You're going to see there's nothing behind there. See how the wall's light? Now watch, it's going to turn dark, and that hourglass is going to go flying. Fit?
Yeah.
Yep.
This is crazy, dog. Isn't it?
Let's see if we can.
There's my sexy legs. See that?
I'm rolling it back a little bit. Yep, it's right there. And then.
Yep. See, you just watch. It's right by that red hat right there, right above his head. You can see on the other side of that teddy bear right there.
And you can see something moving there, and it's not a mouse.
Nope,
that's pretty cool.
There's no animal. There's nothing in there. It's just all of a sudden you can just see it suddenly appears, and hourglass goes flying, and then it disappears.
And it's gone.
Yep. Well, it's just not a blurry Bigfoot photo.
I'm sitting there. Where just how I knew it is I'm sitting in the chair. I'm getting all prepped, for him to start going. And all of a sudden I just hear this pop. I look down and this hourglass is just shattered behind me. And I get up and I look immediately. I'm like, Anthony, that's on camera. The CC camera is pointed right at us. I'm like, that's on camera. I go, you got to call him right now and get that the footage. That happened on real time. And so, yeah, it was.
That's kind of cool.
It was. So, I mean, I immediately went into, like we always talked about on the show. I was like, okay, wind, vibrations. I just went through the checklist. What could have caused it? And I was eliminating things that it couldn't be and just get on the list.
Right. You know what? I mean, it's, those dolls. Yeah. It's, people that are buying them, they're returning them. Those dolls. Yeah. It's just, I mean, what a bad freaking idea for a doll. I mean,
you're gonna get a watch for a second as I walk away. I got to go get my charger. I'll be right back.
Go get your charger.
Yeah, or else I'll be
Shake
dead.
it. Shake your money maker. I'm going to push you to the bottom square. So, Mark, do you think we're going to get any type of extraterrestrials coming in and saying we're here?
I think they're interbred with humans, and maybe all these DNA tests might be trying to find out who's, pure human, who's a hybrid.
What's the purpose of that, though?
Well, it's protect your own.
I mean, it's like a bad episode of Maury Povich. Mark,
Yeah.
you are the father.
Yeah,
Alien X comes up.
Yeah,
I met him in a bar in Venus, and he said he was a chief of NASA, and he won't take care of our child with 3 eyes. No,
yeah.
I don't know if Mark has any more drawings today.
I don't. No, I just did the one commemoration drawing.
Oh,
So, but I don't know. Maybe Eric is a descendant from
the Anunnaki.
that bar on
Quarks.
Venus.
Oh, he could be. He knows a lot of stuff, but when there's a lot of people that sign NDAs that know a bunch of things, and
They can't talk about them.
not only. I'm going to throw one better, and this is like in relationship to, unfortunately, what Michelle and Wayne are kind of experiencing with someone who did not, if I recall, sign an NDA, and they're speaking the truth and showing the truth. Again, they proved they have an actual piece of a craft or something that was machined, not on this planet. Okay. Have a great night, Amy. Hear what I'm saying. The materials and the actual, it looks like slag, but it's not. It was machined, and it contains elements and minerals that are not from this planet. It had to be made off planet.
Okay, well, that kind of is going back to the metal from Roswell.
Well, yeah, the metal from Roswell is kind of like was talked about, but no one really has it. This gentleman has it, and I'm not, I'm all for sharing the love, and you need to go over to this Sunday night, 8 p.m. Michigan UFO sightings and paranormal encounters podcast, and Benny's going to be there, and they're going to talk about the material, and they're going to talk about the pieces of crap that have lied to them, which go figure, they're all going to lie for the most part. And I believe recently in another video, you'll find out that someone made a phone call to Benny and using something to cloak their or to hide their phone number, or their voice. Told them that they weren't playing by the rules. And I'll tell you the truth, I give Michelle and Wayne a lot of credit for bringing this forward. And, watch your six, stay frosty. You never know when you're going to have to do something crazy, but I don't want to, it's 9:30. I have to get up early because I'm driving to Tampa or around there on the West Coast. I'm gonna talk to this Craig one more time. I'm gonna ask Craig something, because Craig, I'm a geek on it as well. I think Mark I've opened his eyes to weather that is made to attack people. But I've been watching Mike's weather page. Great source. Thank you, Craig, for that. So I don't think Aaron's going to do anything here. But what about that storm coming right after it? What do you think? I think it's an East Coast hit.
It right now it looks like it's going to. If I had to guess, from where, especially like what Mike was, the models he's showing, it's going to follow almost the exact path of Aaron. It's going to, the East Coast might get outer bands, kind of like what's happening. The Outer Banks is getting the wave.
Right.
Now, the wave's hitting. It's probably going to be about the same thing. The only one that we don't really know, that's probably the most unknown, is that third one, if that's going to form. But the second one, based off of the latest runs of the models, it's gonna almost curve the exact same as Aaron, if not take a northern thing sharper sooner and go up
Let me,
sooner.
you know what? I mean, I know where Craig lives, he gets the residuals because it cuts across into the Gulf, builds up again. And when it cuts across the state to go back out to the Atlantic or within the North America, sometimes where he lives, it's not that good. You get a lot of
The worst fear porn
tornadoes.
one I saw was the one where somebody showed a video of it coming across us, curling back, going back across,
Jesus
cutting back
Christ.
down, and coming back up. I'm like, as soon as they did that, I'm like, okay, nobody understands weather at all. I'm like, this.
That would be sick, but that would be like, no, there's totally controlling it. If it goes out, build-up steam comes back, build-up steam.
I would immediately be in the Bryan camp of weather modification, weather control, because
I believe it. So
that's not how the systems work. They don't.
no,
They
it
don't.
doesn't. But you know about the reversal of the Arctic flow. So
Yeah, they can come across and then curve back,
right,
but
right.
they won't ever go south.
Yeah, they're not going to
They
go
can't
down
go
that way.
south. No, they
Yeah,
can't go south.
it's
They're
not
just
going to happen.
it's at a eventual point. It always has to go up, and so it can come across like the lower part of like Florida, curve back to the Panhandle and go up, but it's always going to go up. It's never going to do the all of a sudden
Yeah,
curve back
turn around like the
around.
S curve down through like on the motorcycle
No,
test.
it won't do the
Yeah,
turn.
I really do think I think Delaware is going to get a bit more than expected. Southern Jersey, so please take care.
They're going
And
to get rain. They're going to get rain, and they're going to get some
well,
water, flow
you
from
see
the
what
South.
happens when it rains in Jersey now, do you? I mean, you need a boat. It's like Jaws. We got to get a bigger boat.
Yeah,
Where are you going? I'm going to get a bigger boat.
how many extreme floods have happened just this summer? Has that happened in other years to this extent?
My personal
Yeah,
opinion, I think there's usually one every so many decades. There's always like that one big storm, but there's so many of them now that it kind of gets a little bit more, as the kids say, sus. You know,
That's my where I was going.
yeah,
yeah. And to crypto's thing, yes. Especially like if anybody that does, you can go to spaghettymodels.com. Mike's weather page is a really
yep,
he's an amateur guy. He tells you,
he's
go to
pretty
NOAA,
good.
follow the ones. But he even said like too, Aaron's coming through, and what that's doing is that sucks the energy out of the area. I mean, that's pulling it out. So this
Right,
next storm isn't going to have
a
the
punch that it
necessary,
should. Yeah,
we'll call it food. It's not going to have the necessary food it needs to grow into a huge, strong storm. It can still be a powerful tropical storm. It could be a low hurricane. It still could make it to like category 1 or 2, but it's not going to have the time. It doesn't have the necessary factors to build itself into this monster like what
right.
Aaron did. It doesn't have that now. Now the one behind it is going to have a little bit more time, to suck up that energy and possibly build itself into something. Because some of the model, it's just like anything. It's like when somebody tells you that it's going to be sunny, no rain next week. It's all
Yeah,
that is honestly as reliable as your horoscope. Yeah,
yeah. There's a
just too many things that can change.
yeah, there are a couple of good apps out there. that will give you really good answers and not the hype that you get. Like Spaghetti Models is one, Venture Sky, I still really do like. They're pretty good with it. Windy's good, but it's just too pricey for that kind of stuff. Mike's weather page will give you one page that has all this information on it from all these different sources. He does a great job, and he definitely should be supported by people.
Yeah, for Barber's thing too, it's the biggest thing. Like for anybody that remembers, it happens in cycles. The main thing that they want to do, like the climate change, all this stuff, it's fear porn. They want people to
Yeah,
panic. They want people to do this stuff because I remember back in the late 70s, early 80s, it we were going to freeze to death. It was global cooling. We were going, this is just this huge thing. They were trying to figure out ways to warm the planet because they were, we were going to start to things were going to get cold. They're doing all this stuff, and then all of a sudden they're like that lost favor, and now now it's global. If you believe like Al Gore in the '90s, we should be dead now.
yeah.
Winters
Al
weren't
Gore's
supposed
an
to
idiot,
exist.
but that's a different
Everything was
story.
supposed to be dead, and it was one of those things they do it. It's called follow the money. The big thing is right now
Yep.
carbon credits. The whole climate change thing is for carbon credits. They want you to spend all these people are making buttloads of
Buku
money
bucks.
off this thing, and that's all you have to do. If you want to know what the agenda is, follow the money. I mean,
Yep.
because it's one of the biggest things. It's like, well, climate change is real. If you realize, like I could get on a soapbox on this whole thing. The Paris Accords were one thing. It was to hamper the Western economies because they didn't care about anything. China wasn't exempt. China was exempt. India was
Yeah.
exempt. All these other ones that were just that are the main polluters.
Yep.
Don't get
Anyway,
me started on China
yeah.
and them
So
being the head of the Human Rights Committee and what have you.
yeah, and
Um,
And
so
the
that's been
World Health Organization.
yeah. So
yeah,
that
well,
do
they're
everything
evil.
to circle back. It's like what Barbara's saying is it's all cycles. I mean, we're
Yeah,
going to have various things, and then like I told some people about this too. It's you if you want to think what has happened in the last decade. Everybody's got these devices now. Technology's there. People can put out stuff. So now you're seeing stuff like localized flooding that never would have been reported before. Like what happened in Mark's area. That would have made the news that there was a flood in West Virginia, but it never would have made such
an
big
impact.
news. Because,
Yeah,
yeah, because we weren't all plugged in, we weren't all this thing. But now that we're seeing all this stuff, everything's 24/7. We're getting bombarded with all this stuff. Now something that normally would just be like, yeah, river overflowed its banks. Now it's like, the news. This is a 1,000-year flood, but because they want you to watch. If it bleeds, it leads. I mean,
right.
they're gonna. I mean, the last thing here on my soapbox. Does anybody remember when you were growing up? When did they name winter storms? There was never this
Never.
thing. Yeah, winter storm apocalyptic 45 is upon us. I mean, no, we never
You
did
just
it.
We
dealt
never
with it.
got. There was no weather like winter weather storms.
Bomb,
It
bomb
was either male
cyclone
or female.
43.
Yeah,
Bomb
it
cyclone that's
depends.
going to strike New York. No, we never had
Yeah,
this.
Hurricane Andrew. I mean that they'll name a hurricane, but they won't name the other stuff. That's the difference. But we can. I just want everybody to be safe. It's a perfect opportunity to go out, get some supplies, get some water, food.
Always
Um,
prepared.
we actually, I am.
Or
I
vortex storm.
haven't put it up, but I do have a couple of connections with some of these like survival food companies that eventually I'll probably put up and they supplement. They'll give you like $1 or $2 or whatever.
Always be
Yep.
prepared.
Okay, Mr. Boy Scout.
Like I said, you just heard my little thing about it, spirit porn. But look,
Right.
I have 4 of these in the room I'm sitting in right now. These
Yeah.
each one
Polar
of these bags.
vortex Thor is coming. Yes, it
Yeah.
is. You know what? I mean, I purchased a while ago before I came to Florida. I mean, I Woot before they were purchased by Amazon was a great site, and I purchased 2 backpacks for it's 2 weeks worth of food, and medicine and all this other stuff. So I purchased 2 of them because it was me and the other half. And then apparently these kids decided to come. So it's like, oh, we're only going to eat for half a week, you know. So it's always good to buy prepackaged food. It lasts for 25 years, and it's actually now they're really doing a good job gourmet wise. But you know, all good things have to end, and I've been working on a couple of things because I'm going to be at the Crossing Realms conference. I started working on something. I was talking to Michelle DeRoche. I was on her show, and we were talking about cryptids and some other stuff. So, anybody who has a daughter will totally understand this and get it beyond belief. But I came up with this, and I'm sharing it with you right now. There it is. I'm going to take down the show notes.
Funny.
In the world of cryptozoology, teenage daughters are the wrong classification of cryptids. Yes, they are. Okay, you got your Bigfoot and chupacabras, but teenage daughters are just as much a cryptid as anything else. And of course, I'm going to be the guy that you know, I'm selling it. I'm just putting on a T-shirt. So this T-shirt will be available at the Crossing Realms conference, the World of Cryptids. I may put a text on it, and we also are thinking about doing something, a shirt for the show. And I was just playing around with another idea. If you want to buy it, you buy it. I don't push stuff, but I like the Egyptian motif on it, and there are hieroglyphics in the middle. It says "Third Eye Live in hieroglyphics." And don't forget to come out to the show. We should get Craig there. Craig, you should be. I think you should go to. You should be hired as color commentary at a lot of these conventions, like, and giving your personal opinion or take on all these things.
The uproar that would be if I was a color commentary.
It's a blurry photo.
Conference.
Oh my God, you probably would have death threats at this point. Like,
Could you
I'm gonna
imagine
fucking
me
kill
at a
him.
conference? Oh my God, there would be so many people throwing stuff at the panel.
Oh, it would be like, you know, you'd have to be doing it from the Ocho. Like, we got Craig, you know, Kraken.
It'd have to be a TV screen that they roll in, you know.
Right. You could do like the commentary, like the board on it. Like, clearly you can see the crack of his ass right here. This is just some drunk fat guy that went out last night. This isn't the abominable snowman. Yeah.
Oh,
I think we should work on that as a TV show. But I want to thank you for coming on. I hope everybody's well in the house, and your producer hasn't been flogged lately. Hopefully everything's working out better with him. And maybe you can get these guys to, you know, I know you got 2 people that'll come back on and do 3 Beards podcast, you know, like,
we have some really good shows lined up.
Yeah.
Hey, we're saying, but hey, I mean, I know you're working on one that's going to be a good one.
Yeah, I'm working on a couple of them. I tell you what, Mr. Mark Eddy Productions is really good. Having a really bad hair moment right now. I'm just tired.
For secret agent booking man.
Yeah, he is your secret agent booking man. Mark Eddy Productions, and the author of How to Live with a Huge Cock and How to Live with a Huge. I'm not going to say the word. Yeah, no, he has other books.
What you just said. I mean, come on.
No. That C. Let me tell you that my English friends drop that C word like it's nothing. Like, I've got a cup of coffee and a big, you know, it's like, guys, slow it down. American, you don't use that word. You can't even use it if a woman's using it. They'll just look at you like, don't even go there. Yeah. Sounds like punt.
Oh God, see.
Look, I try to provide an entertaining moments on this broadcast and this show, and I hope everybody's happy about that. But seriously, I think next week we don't have anybody. Do we have? Who do we have next week? I think we do have somebody. Oh, Max. Isn't that Max? We have like 2 Maxes coming twice.
Yeah, there's
Yeah, Max Hawthorne. Max Hawthorne
Hawthorne.
will be here. Where I think we're going to be talking about what are those? Transforming cats. Decepticon cat. Decepticon. Yeah.
Here's
and
a
the,
little thing
That's,
about for Max too. For anybody that doesn't, he's actually he's one of those things like it's a hot topic. There's a lot of people in the communities that don't like him because he challenges the narrative.
you know what? I'm good. As long as it's not Arlen, I'm good. that was let me tell you something. There's a lot of people that you're seeing in this chat know exactly who I'm talking about. I know you know who I'm talking about. And I will tell you, I'm pretty good about letting you say what you want to say. But once he had no clue about the allegory of the cave, I'm like, leave me alone. That's actually good too. That it could be that would be interesting. But yeah, there's certain
Like a
people
really
that
bad
were
transformer.
that would be a really really bad transformer. But Craig, thank you very much.
Yes, sir.
Craig, are you still doing Joey's every once in a blue moon or?
Right now that's on hiatus because he's doing a lot of stuff with his.
He's acting again, right? And then
Well, he's got that, and he's doing a lot of stuff with fellow creators that are and so it's it's basically it's like a sabbatical. He's doing his own thing. He's got a book coming out.
right,
He's got a lot of stuff going on. So it's pretty awesome. Yeah,
acting.
I think
Yeah, no, I mean he always writes. I mean, Joe just writes and writes and writes and writes. I caught you guys
yeah.
together, but I do appreciate you coming on, Mark.
It'll be a good show next week. Mark, Max is like I said, he's really entertaining to talk with.
Oh, well, definitely. I have no problems with it. He asked me if I saw the video, and I did. It's very intriguing. So I'll let him go through the whole thing, and hopefully we can get something up there.
Yeah, academia does not like being challenged.
Yeah, well, I got 2 words for academia, and it ain't happy birthday. So I got to be honest. At this point, it's kind of hard to trust the science when the science been wrong way too much.
yeah, there was a local in the local paper. There was an article about the science scores, on the standardized tests are pretty much staying level.
Well, that's what
Why?
happens with when you hire. Look,
Yeah.
because I don't want to get involved in this. My kid's going to college, and she's going to come up against scientists that are working out of the university that are getting paid directly. Yeah, it may be coming from the university, but it's government based. And if they want statistics that that say there's climate change, they're going to statistics can be manipulated very easily.
Mhm. But
They just discovered. I'm just going to tell you in the sub. I was reading about it. An extremely large body of water underneath the ocean again. That's like an ocean within an ocean, and I think it's by the Mariana Trench. So until we really, like, I think a lot of it's guessing. I got to be honest, more so than fact. And then the people that pull out core samples, and you could see the years, oh, that's 27,000 years ago. We were here, so it's thawed. And then from the same, that tells a lot. And if you don't follow that, and you just follow whoever's paying you, is it science or is it bribery?
Glaciers are melting back, and they're making discoveries underneath this ice. Well, last I checked, 8,000 years ago, there wasn't SUVs going around chugging out,
Yeah.
pollution. So obviously, there had to be some other factor that melted off that. So it's
source
Yep.
of heat.
yeah. So
Yeah,
But
I blame Mark Eddy actually.
Yeah, but I was just going to follow up with what you were saying about what you said about following. Well, we did some following, and why are the science scores remaining stagnant when we were just inundated with the professionals who were, really knew that their entire careers were based on it.
Yeah, but again,
Why
science.
why didn't that trickle down to the students and lift them up where they, the graph goes,
All right.
straight up? I just wonder
So
why is that? Why are so many doctors suddenly retiring?
because they're tired of the BS. They know what's going on. It's BS. They got their money and they're gone. I went and I studied um, physics, engineering, and astronomy. And I thought at one point to be an astrophysicist or something like that. I like all that stuff and whatever. And I'm like, oh, I'd be working for a university. I have to publish. If I don't publish, I don't get any place. And then whatever I publish or discover, I don't even own anymore. It's the university or the government
Mm.
owns it. I'm like, no, dude. Yeah, as Wayne says, the baby boomers are graduating now and retiring, and they're leaving a lot of gaps. It's not worth it because the baby boomers aren't believing the bullshit. We had Al Gore way back when. By 1992, there won't be any oceans.
Well, the oceans are boiling as of just a couple years ago.
I mean, certain places are, and talking about messing stuff up. I mean, we did a pretty good job. Trust me, it doesn't matter how much pollution's in the air at this point. Fukushima going off, that screwed everybody. But what they're finding though is if we just really did some exploration of the ocean, they're finding there's certain. It's actually in Chernobyl. There's certain sludges that are eat the radioactive material and get rid of the radioactive stuff. And maybe we don't have to wait 35,000 years again.
Oh, look, it's Godzilla.
Oh, no.
We're going to get
We were
Godzilla.
this close to that coming true, right?
Yeah,
Right.
We had the
Godzilla.
nuclear reactor. We're waiting for that damn lizard to come up, and they just
Godzilla and Mothra.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I'm going to say
right.
goodnight to everybody. 9:50. I thank you, and again, we are the monsters, as Wayne UFO Wayne has said from Michigan UFO Sightings and Paranormal Encounters podcast. But I'll tell you what, Godzilla. I want to thank Mark Eddy for always being there and looking pretty, and I'm waiting for his ME moonshine to come out because he's from West Virginia. He has to be drinking some moonshine. Craig, I can't. Thanks for coming on short notice, by the way.
Yeah.
And
I contacted him late at night. It wasn't too late, but it was like 10 o'clock, and it was like,
that's early.
I started leaving a message. You went, stop leaving message. So I said, hey, you want to come on? We're going to discuss asteroids and crazy shit. I want to thank Eric for being here. He is now with the Grand Master of State of New Jersey and his marshal, two of my brothers. But if it wasn't everybody in the chat, please like, share, subscribe. I'm trying to get to 1,000. I want 1,000 viewers. You had 800, right? Or something like that, and 3 beards.
A little over 700.
Yeah, I got to be honest, it's not about the monetization. I'd like the chat to be more lively. It's wonderful. It's grown tremendously, and I love everybody that's in it, and I love the questions. But
do a twerk video.
Which one?
You get it? I said go on the quad right there with your, after you drop your daughter off, and do a twerk video out there in the middle of the quad.
Oh, I'll do it.
Around the school. And yeah, you'll get.
It was great when we went there. We had a puppy. He's now a year old. He's still a puppy. Asshole Labradoodle. I mean Australian Labradoodle. Sorry. And I'm sitting there because they're going on some kind of tour, and you're not allowed to bring the dog. I can't leave him in the car because it's like 130 degrees in the shade. So I'm walking around this big opening, and all these, all the students, a lot of ladies. Oh my God, he's so cute, and he's wagging his tail, and I'm like, oh God, he's doing a good job here. Maybe I should do the same thing. But
yep, that's all you got to do.
Yeah, that's it. Pretty much twerking in space, is twerking possible? That's a good question, Daniel. We're gonna have to leave that, and we're gonna answer it at a later date.
Okay. Well, it looks like we're getting the Duke siblings sometime soon.
Oh, we are the Duke boys.
Yeah. Well,
Uh,
well,
That's the
brother
latest
and
addition to
sister.
the family.
oh, what kind of
He's a year old. He's a year old today. He's a miniature long-haired dachshund.
That's
really?
cute.
That is
Yep.
cute.
Yep.
I
Chewy.
just like that their butt comes
He's
out with them when
Chewbacca.
they run. Chewbacca.
Yeah, his name's Chewbacca. Yep. His name, he goes by Chewy.
That's like one of the top 10. Used to do the top 10 sexiest lines from the Star Wars series. I don't care what it smells like. Get in there. Whatever. Go with it. But if it was for you guys, I wouldn't be doing this, and Mark wouldn't be doing this. He'd probably be in prison. Craig would be cooking. Eric would probably be in some kind of secret program and chipped and then cloned. And all of you would be sitting here on a Wednesday night going, there's nothing here to do. So I appreciate you all. And we'll see you next week with Max. And if you guys want to hang out for a minute, it's a couple of minutes,
Okay.
like 2 minutes, 44 seconds. We'll get.
You, it's always been you. God showed me you. I have been searching decades for you. I found you, I lost you. My heart is broken without you. My soul aches for you. I need you, I want you. My days are filled with you. I've seen the future with you. My home is with you. I have felt the future with you. My nights are filled with you. Love is you. True love is you. My happiness is you. Every past life is with you. My dreams are filled with you. Life is meaningless without you. My future is with you. I will fight for you. I will defend you. I will give up my life for you. Whatever it takes for you. Nothing else matters but you. I love you. I love you. I love you. God showed me you. I have been searching decades for you. I found you, I lost you. My heart is broken without you. My soul aches for you. I need you, I want you. My days are filled with you. I have seen the future with you. My home is with you. I have felt the future with you. My nights are filled with you. Love is you, true love is you. Love is you, true love is you. My happiness is you. Every past life is with you. My dreams are filled with you. Life is meaningless without you. My future is with you. I will fight for you. I will defend you. I would give up my life for you. Whatever it takes for you. Nothing else matters but you. I love you. I love you. Life is meaningless without you. My future is with you.